Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the So I Heard podcast. If you guys are new to this, I'm KD, and this is...
Hey, it's your girl CeeLo.
Yeah, so here we are with another podcast episode, man. And I was thinking earlier this week, I was like, yo, we're really keeping this thing going, you know. And I've been so happy about it, been so proud about it and everything. And I was talking to somebody earlier this week. They also do a podcast. And, you know, they were kind of talking about like how difficult it is to kind of keep things going with a podcast or whatever. And I know like a lot of other people have said it, and I've seen like a lot of successful people, like known people that have a podcast, and they don't really even make it to like the double digit numbers of their podcast. And, you know, maybe you could say it's because they have so much other stuff going on or whatever. But some of them do end up saying, you know, like it's just so hard to keep things going. And one of the things I was thinking about was a lot of these podcasts do bring on guests. And I like those podcasts. You know what I mean? I like the idea of bringing on guests. But at the same time, if you don't have a guest, you kind of don't have a show. Or at least that's how some people have their podcast. And I kind of just want to keep this going no matter what. That's why sometimes you end up having these episodes where it is just me by myself, just trying to keep everything going and, you know, putting out these episodes every single Monday. And for the weeks where I did end up missing an episode, I put out an extra episode to make up for it. So, you know, I just want to keep everything going smoothly. And yeah, I've just been so happy about that. Like the fact that this has been going on. We're almost at episode 30.
Yay.
So that means what, 30 weeks? You know, it's only 52 weeks in the year, and you know, we're already halfway through that as far as it being a year of, you know, putting out podcast episodes. And yeah, you know, there could be a format where I have guests and stuff like that, and you know, you get different perspectives from people, different stories and all that different stuff. But at the same time, you know, when that comes. But for now, we're just going to do whatever we got to do to keep these podcast episodes coming out.
And you're doing a damn good job.
Thank you. And thank you for being on the podcast.
I mean, of course. Of course, I got you.
So, man, if you guys have been watching any of the YouTube videos or, you know, the last vlog that I put out, which was about Cheryl's birthday.
Pew, pew, pew.
Then you guys already know that, you know,
I just had a birthday.
She just had a birthday. But at the same time, she was off of work for so long.
Damn.
And then you're finally going back to work.
Yeah.
And I know you don't want to. I don't want her to either.
But I'm kind of getting bored. So it's like a bittersweet moment, literally. Yeah. Because I've been off since the 28th of October.
Since the 28th?
The 29th.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going back on the 16th. So, yeah, that's almost a month. Well, it's my birthday. So, and it was a big 3-0. So, I think I deserved it.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't.
I know. That. But even though I do that for like all my birthdays, but yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And, you know, so it was good that she had all that time off. But yeah, you know, just having to go back and, you know, having to deal with, I guess some people would be like, oh, back to reality or whatever.
And that's what they'll say too. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. You was on vacation? Well, back to reality.
That's the last thing you want to hear too. Like, all right, I got to deal with y'all again.
Just like, dang, I need another vacation already.
Hell yeah. You like, all right. But, you know, it was good. You know, we did a lot of stuff that was fun. You know, hopefully you enjoyed it. And like you said, there are parts where you just feel bored. You feel like you just relaxing. It's always good to relax. Both of us like having our time where we get to relax and just chill. And man, if I
had a bathtub here, oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I already know, man. She's been talking about a bathtub for so long.
Ever since I met you.
I know. It's been points where we're watching movies and then somebody will be watching a horror movie. This person is about to die and they're in the tub. She's like, oh, that bathtub looks so nice. Like they're about to die, but Ever since I moved out, my first apartment had a bathtub. And then my other apartments after that, no bathtub. So I just been... Yeah. Or even times where we went on trips. I think it was only one time where we had a bathtub. Yeah.
Last year, was it for my birthday in Vegas?
Yeah, it was for your birthday. Yeah, that's when we got the bath bombs and stuff. Yeah, and then
that's when I just left you and went and took a bath, and you was like, you just left.
I don't know where she went. Man, but we got like some bath bomb stuff, and then
I still have them.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they are relaxing. I remember, when I used to live with my mom, I would be taking the baths and stuff, and it was so good just putting your body into that warm water and everything. You got the good bath, and you see like the steam coming off the surface of the water, and you just get in, and it feels all good.
It's really good for your muscles and joint pain too. It just like relax.
Yeah, there's been times where I've fallen asleep in the tub.
Me too.
And then I wake up and I'm all wrinkled and shit. You don't even care. Like, it low-key feel like you in under a blanket or something,
I had Googled to find out, like, why do your fingers and your toes get wrinkly like that?
It's for grip.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I remember in middle school in science class, our teacher was saying why people like water so much, because basically, like, kind of like every animal came from water, supposedly. So it's like, we kind of have that. I guess it's like our animal instinct where it's like we do. Zone. Yeah, we just crave water. Yeah. And we just always want it. Hell yeah.
We in water for 9 months
feels
before,
good. Even when you wash your hands, you have like this kind of feeling like, oh, that feels good.
It does. Like especially if you've been out, like if you go to the grocery store and you come in the house and wash your hands, that it is a very wonderful feeling.
We got to cheers our drinks. I was about to take my sip. I ain't even gonna lie.
Party foul.
We're not sipping anything crazy. We're just sipping some wine. But I will say, and I don't know, this ain't gonna make it to E40, but
damn, you didn't even look me in the eye. Cheers.
Cheers.
It was good, E40. Okay, we gotta say the pros first. Don't just go at the funny water.
I'm not about to say nothing bad. I'm not about to say it's bad, but I'm about to say if you go and get E40's wine, and if you don't know his real name is Earl Stevens. So if you go and get E40's wine, which it's not everywhere, so it's kind of hard to find. I think you said you found it at where?
Bevmo. It's at Bevmo. It's not like really at your local store. He has been putting it in Walmart. I've seen, because I follow him on IG. So he has been putting it in Walmart, but I don't know if it's like at every Walmart.
Yeah.
The Walmarts I go to is not there. So it's at Bevmo.
Okay. Yeah, and it is strong
as fuck.
And it's to the point where it's like you look at it, you like, all right, it's wine, but then you taste it and you like, damn, what the hell? When you have that strong drink and it make you touch the side of your neck, like that's you like, oh, okay, Earl.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess we should have known. I guess we should have known because his name is Earl, so we should have known that shit was gonna be strong.
Yeah,
but
and then how he got his name. You never heard the song? And then he was like, people don't know that I got my name from drinking beer.
Oh, 40, yeah.
Like he was killing 40s or something, I guess. I don't know if he just said that in the song.
I mean, no, it looked like
true,
it.
But yeah.
It looked like he,
and then, he been doing stuff since, like, I think, man, the early 90s or 80s or something like that. And it's like, dude,
he's still doing
40s.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff. Yeah. He's just not, like, into the music. He's doing, like, the wine. He has a tequila also.
No, he's still being, like, a whole bunch of music. He has a
tequila.
I didn't know he had a tequila.
He has tequila. I saw that he had, like, He has like these pot pies. He has these burritos. I think they're called, his food thing is called Goon with the Spoon.
Yeah. I was watching the show on, it's some show where they were showing like people that started their own businesses with cooking. And, it's like people that made, you know how like people sell plates through Instagram or something like that. They have businesses like that, or people that opened up like food trucks. And he was on the episode and he was talking about his food too. And then that's when I first found out that he was selling, and I mean, not selling, but I don't know if he sells the food, but he was like, making just food and stuff. Cause all I heard about was the wine. And then he has Slurricane too, right?
Oh yeah. I always wanted to try Slurricane. I'm so happy I didn't.
What, Slurricane?
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's gonna be strong? Man, if this wine is strong,
seriously.
then definitely Slurricane is gonna have you slurring.
For real. And this wine is not really that expensive. Well, usually when we buy wine, we don't go. I just wanted to try it. So it's $20 a bottle. It's the skinny wine bottles, but as strong as it is, you could just get you some good juice, make you a little mix, and you could at least get about a few glasses out of it.
Yeah, because normally when we get wine, we're normally getting like a bottle that's like maybe $10 or something like that. We're not going for the really expensive stuff. But like she said, even though this is a skinnier bottle, as potent as it is, it's like
you'll be
more
fine.
Potent than the $10 bottle.
Yeah, and especially if you drink it you for sure have to chill this wine. I usually don't like my wine cold. Yeah. I drink it like room temperature, but this right here, no.
Yeah, no.
You drink that whole bottle, you're good. It's 18% alcohol.
For sure.
Like, you drink that whole bottle by yourself, you chilling, whatever, in your bath. Oh, lucky you. But you'll for sure be good. It's just strong, but I think it's worth it. Would I buy it again? I don't know, but... Yeah.
I think the only reason if we don't get it again is because it's not everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then also,
we gotta have stuff to mix it with.
Normally, when we get wine, it's like a last minute thing. It's like we're cooking dinner, and it's like, oh, okay, get some wine.
Yeah, something
to go with the dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Something that's not gonna something that's gonna relax you and chill the mood.
Yeah. It's not like we're just on a hunt for wine,
right.
But I do recommend it though. If you guys definitely want to have something that has some kick to it, and you want to be like, oh, okay, like I'm feeling it, or just want to try something, or I don't know, maybe you're an E40 fan and you want to support whatever he's doing.
That's
we always mess with E40. Everybody messes with E40.
Seriously.
I ain't never heard nobody say anything negative about E40.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't like E40?
Exactly. You can meet white people from the suburbs. They want to fuck with E40.
And I only found out about the wine through the Versus battle with him and Too Short. And if y'all remember that battle, if y'all seen it and y'all saw how he was acting and he kept saying mango Scotto, that's what he was drinking on.
Yes.
And you see how he was acting.
He was dancing.
Hello.
Man, and that was the best verses. That had to be the best verses. It was him versus Too Short.
Yeah.
Both of the Bay legends for sure. And that stuff had him gone. And I think he was pouring it up for Too Short too. And both of them.
Ever since then, I was like, ooh, I want to try it. I want to try it.
See, I don't even know where to find Slurricane.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but I never got it. Oh,
you seen it at the store or something?
I think at a store or a liquor store, but I've seen it before. I just never tried it. But
I started seeing Snoop Dogg's wine.
Yeah, I've seen his a lot.
More and more. But yeah, I never had that either. But for sure.
But yeah, for sure they're going to have Snoop Dogg everywhere because he's from, like, even though it's Long Beach.
Oh, closer. Yeah. But I never thought about that. Yeah, they probably sell E40 stuff more around the Bay
area,
also. Yeah.
But yeah, we tried the Earl Stevens Mango Scotto and how you say it? Tropic Scotto? It's like tropical.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something. It's like a tropical Moscato.
The tropical one, I'm gonna just call it tropical. That one for sure was more of a like
an aftertaste.
Yeah.
Like it had a more like alcohol heavy aftertaste.
Like every time you take a sip, it gives you that taste.
Yeah, like damn.
Yeah, like I don't know the best way to describe that taste. Even with juice, like juice helped it a little bit, but it was still there.
Yeah.
The mango scotto is smoother. So
yeah.
I would for sure recommend the mango over the Scotto or tropical Scotto.
Yeah, that's true. For sure.
But they still good. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
they do the job.
They will be good in the jungle juice.
Oh man, I haven't made that in so
They
long.
would be good because there's so much stuff you put in there. But yeah, that would be good.
I looked up. I remember when I made jungle juice, I bought this big ass bin from Walmart and like one of the storage bins, and just bought a whole bunch of fruit and put in like a bunch of alcohols. I think at the time, it was Amsterdam or whatever, because Amsterdam is an affordable vodka.
I can't take that no more. My son would be like, we have upgraded.
I mean, but with the mixture and everything, and then plus I had it sitting, so like the juices from the fruit was really getting into everything.
Oh, you made it to where you made it before the party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I had it like sitting on the dining room table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was just like everybody, dude. I had people fucked up at that party. Dude, shout out to Gary Smith. He used to work at Target with us, and I made different chicken wings and stuff, and Gary was dipping in the fucking like
alcohol?
Just dipping in the what's it called? Because it was just like it was the jungle juice, but
I
it was
you
like
was saying he was dipping the chicken in the alcohol.
Oh,
I was about to be like,
hell no! I was like, Gary, you got to go. But no, he was he was sipping the cola and he was done. Like he was super done. But I don't think like Gary really drinks like that. But still. Yeah, that stuff had people like done, and it was for a 4th of July party. So everybody came. The food was, I don't think it was really ready by the time they got there. It was in the oven, and so by the time it got to be dark where they were really doing the fireworks, we're just all standing on the lawn, just like pretty done because of this jungle juice. And yeah, I think I just looked up the recipe on Google or something like that, or maybe like it might have been like the Tipsy Bartender or something that used to be on YouTube. I don't even know if he still is, but
he is. He does
weird stuff now.
Yeah. I saw him. He did a jungle juice in the bathtub.
Yeah. See, I don't know, but what is up with that? What is up with these people doing all this stuff? Like, there's people that are making
smoothies,
Sundays and stuff, and Sundays or smoothies or drinks and stuff, and they're doing it in the toilets.
I think that was a pandemic thing. They were in the house bored. You remember that song?
That's crazy.
I'm in the house sitting in the house bored. Yeah.
I mean, and then at the same time, like, I guess in their defense, they're not using used toilets.
We don't know that.
Well, they always end up saying it.
Yeah, of course.
People, like they're just getting rid of the water and like, oh, we're just gonna scrub it a little bit. Like damn.
And then some of them they'll take the water out and then they'll clog it up with something.
And it's just like what? And then it's stupid too. It's like you're buying a toilet just to make this drink.
So they will buy. Oh wow.
That's what they're saying. They're saying it's a brand new toilet. And they're just making this random stuff in it. Or it's like, it's two different people, right, that I've seen on like TikTok. You have some people that are pretty much, they're either making like spaghetti on the countertop or they're doing the nachos on the countertop. But then you have the other people that have like they call them nacho parties where they're doing it, but they're putting down the paper. Oh, yeah. That I understand because it's like, okay, you putting down the paper, you're putting all the nacho stuff there, and then everybody could just, even then, that's kind of like, I don't want everybody just, if you guys watch Seinfeld, you already know about the double dip,
And people is nasty on purpose, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's at a party and like, like if it's your people and then like we at work, you're like, yeah, come through, okay?
Yeah.
And if I walk in and I see, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know y'all for one. And then I'm going to just sit back. I'm going to find me a good spot in the cut.
Just watch.
I'm going to watch. I'm like, I know somebody in here nasty.
The hell? Yeah.
And best believe you won't just like, oh, look.
Giving them the elbow like, look. But for real, man, I remember like back in the day, man, my friend Brandon was dating this girl. And she was maybe a year or two younger than us or whatever. And she had a champagne party. But she had a champagne party with her homegirl. And her homegirl, her people were like, they were banging. They were like kind of like, they were like hood or whatever. And it was like at this park, but they had like this little rec center. And they had like food. They had like catered Subway. They had like a whole bunch of Wingstop. Just like a whole bunch of food. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna get some.
Hell yeah.
Man.
They ate it all?
They brought that food out.
They rushed it?
When it came to that chicken, when it came to that chicken, those people were literally, nobody had a glove on. Nobody had no tongs or nothing. They were just grabbing the chicken barehanded, and I didn't see nobody. You didn't see no sanitizer, no nothing. I just seen these people just straight up grabbing chicken with their hands and just throwing it on the plate. And then when it came to the Subway sandwiches, some of the Subway sandwiches weren't even like fully cut. So they just breaking it off with their hands and just like holding down part of the sandwich and then just ripping the other part. And I was just looking like, whoa.
Yeah,
I was like,
you at a hood champagne party.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I knew it was a hood champagne party because the dude had $100 bill on his shirt, but it was blue. He had the ultimate Crip shirt. I was like, damn.
Oh, Lord.
And they was yelling some hood stuff out, like whatever. I don't know where they were from, but like they were doing their hood call and everything. And I was just like, damn.
At the champagne party?
Yeah, they didn't care.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't care at all. I mean, it was still a nice one. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was still a nice one.
But I'm pretty sure
when it came to that food, I was like,
no,
nah,
okay.
y'all gonna be shitting tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
For real. I was just like, no.
Damn. I don't think I've ever went to a champagne party.
Yeah, I think I've been to like a couple. Yeah, I've been to a couple.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I didn't even have one. For my prom, I just went.
Oh, yeah, just went?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of had one. It was just kind of a last minute thing. And at mine, I think it was just some chicken wings like my mom made or something like that. But yeah, I wasn't like, some people make it like a super big deal with
oh
prom.
my God.
I've been to some people. Yeah.
They make
some
it seem like they getting
parties,
married.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I've been to a couple of champagne parties where it looked like that. It's like, it's like they have so many people there. They have so many decorations.
Yeah.
They got the gazebo thing
Right.
where people are walking underneath and it's just like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah. Like,
and
I
it's
get
like
it.
2 months later, they ain't even together. Like,
Right. And like, what the fuck? And then not even that. Sometimes people don't go. I went to prom with my homegirl, and then some people go to prom with like their best friend that's a guy or whatever like that. But I'm like, yeah, the gesture is cool, but you ain't gotta do all of that, especially some of those dresses that those ladies be wearing.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
wow.
Yeah, because my tux thing was rented.
And then back then, we had so many dress codes. We couldn't even dance a certain way. We couldn't like grind or do nothing too much.
Man.
These girls be going to them proms with like see-through sequin stuff. Like, dang.
Hey, I'm not putting no names out there. Well, one, I'm not putting no names out there because I don't know who was doing it. But went to prom. They had the dance table. I mean, not dance table, dance floor. And it was at the Skirball Center when you're driving through like the 405 and you're going like towards the valley. Mm-hmm. And, everybody, a lot of girls was trying to get their hair touched up right before they go to prom. Mm-hmm. Got to prom, the dance floor is smelling like burnt hair and fish. I don't know who was smelling like that.
Not the fish, sexy.
It was smelling like fish. It was smelling like fish.
They
I
was
remember
probably
getting to
fish.
they wasn't serving no damn fish. They weren't serving no fish. They weren't serving no fish. Somebody was in there just living fat.
Oh, wow. They was worrying about the hair and not something down.
Man.
I mean, well, they are young. They don't know about hygiene like that.
Bruh.
Giving them the benefit.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I remember being on the dance floor and just being like, okay, I smell the burnt hair, which I understand. But then the fish part, and I was just like, what, who is this? Like,
wow.
And it could have been a combination of people, but I was just like, what? Like,
Dang. And that's like, you don't want to dance with nobody after that. Smelling that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not smelling that. And people are like getting worked up. They sweating and all kind of stuff, and it was still a cool night. It was a cool night. At prom. The after prom was more turned up. You know, I didn't go to the after prom with the people from my school. I went to like one with other schools, and that was turned up. But yeah, I don't know. It was cool. Like, if you guys are listening and you're, you know, I post these podcast episodes on YouTube also, so you guys can comment. Leave down in the comment section, like, you know, did you enjoy your experience with prom, or like, how was it? Or did you have like a disaster? Some people got like some prom disaster stories. I remember some people, they started getting, you know, you were in high school, you're a teenager, and the last thing you wanted to get was that damn pimple right before prom.
Oh.
Because, you know, you're trying to take your pictures and everything,
yeah.
and then you got that big ass thing on your nose or wherever.
In the middle of the forehead.
Man, just like right there, like it wants to be seen.
That was an episode like that. It was an episode like that on that 70s show when Eric got his pimple, like literally in the middle of his forehead.
Yeah. Man, I miss that show.
I know. I
mean,
why.
this, you know, they still show like reruns and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't watch TV like that. They need to put it on one of these streaming networks. They used to be on Netflix, then they took it off, and I thought Hulu or somebody was going to pick it up. But since they're having a spinoff coming up, maybe some show will pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. And then you said it's in, what's it called? That 90s?
That 90s.
That 90s show, yeah. Yeah, because I'm telling you, when they had that 80s, that didn't even make it to a full season.
Yeah, I didn't even remember. I never watched that. You said it was Fez?
I think Fez was the only one that was on there that was from that 70s show. Yeah, and I don't even think he was in every episode.
Yeah. And honestly, like towards the last couple of seasons, I want to say, when Eric left, I stopped watching it because I was just like, first of all, why the hell his parents still letting y'all chill in his basement?
And he was low-key the main character.
He was. Like, Eric was funny as shit. Eric made the show. Like, Eric was literally, obviously, the glue. But without him, nobody else was really funny because he brought everything together.
Well, Michael was funny.
Michael was just stupid.
Yeah, but it was funny, though, because it was like... Yeah. He was like kind of like the only stupid person, I guess. Fez didn't understand certain stuff, I guess, in a way, so he wasn't stupid.
And Red, I love Red.
Oh yeah, Red was funny. He was always just talking crap. And then Donna's dad, he was stupid
dumb
too,
as
and
hell.
he was just Bob was just dumb as hell.
Dumb as shit.
But and her mom, I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But
it was a good show. All of the little like loops and turns that they had, and how they made High turn out to be black and everything.
Oh yeah. And I didn't even remember that until you said it, like you know, a couple of weeks back. And then
his dad was what's his name from Sister?
Yeah. Damn, what's his name? Not Robert.
I don't know his real name.
Damn, I forgot what his name was on Sister. The mom always said
she did. I'm trying to think.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray. Yeah. I mean, it was some good shows. It was some cool shows, man. I promise you, it's like certain shows that people like. Okay, let's say it. Like, there's certain shows that black people don't like. And I'll be like, yo, why don't y'all like these shows? They're funny as hell. Like, one that always gets crap is Friends.
Man,
I don't know why.
And you see, I think I watched that too much. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop.
But then I always ask people, I'll be like, yo, why don't you like Friends? And it's like, one, I get the people that never even watched Friends, and then they always be like, oh, well, they took from Living Single. Yeah, and they say that. And it's like, dude, I have seen every single episode of Living Single multiple times. I've seen every single episode of that show. And I haven't seen every single episode of Friends, but I've seen a cool amount of Friends. And it's still like, dude, it's written totally better. Different. There's so much stuff that goes on. And yeah, they have the corny white people comedy. Yeah. But at the same time, it is so much funny stuff that happens. And I feel like it's more engaging with like relationship stuff also compared
and stuff
to
that you go through as a young adult. I mean, I guess like
Living Single kind of has it, but not really. What's
considered a young adult? Like 23 or something?
Well, young adult, they normally say like when you like a teenager. They normally say young adult, but you're still young at 20 in your 20s and stuff like that. Shit. So
I'm gonna say it's going through. I'm gonna still say young adult because you could be 30 and still be a young adult.
Yeah, but it's so
I think it's like Friends is more stuff like that could happen to you in your 30s. With Living Single, I really didn't watch Living Single that much.
No, Friends, they were in their 20s.
Like late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. Living Single, from what I remembered, now granted, I did not watch like a whole season of Living Single. I just watched like different, episodes. But hey, I may have, because back then, whatever they play, I just watched. Yeah. But what I just, from Living Single was just like Regine being Regine.
Yeah.
And what's the lady, the lawyer?
Max.
Her and Kyle always getting into it.
But it's just like, even with them, it was like they're kind of always getting into it, but then they were messing with each other.
Yeah. That happened later on though, right?
It was happening kind of, a little. It's kind of like the whole show. They were like off and on messing with each other and stuff. And then it got to a point where they wanted to be serious. And then it was just like, he ended up moving because of his job or whatever, and then they didn't end up together in the end. And then, like, when it came to Khadijah, which was Queen Latifah, she was messing with a dude, Scooter, but Scooter he was in Los Angeles, so he was gone for a lot of it, and then she was dating other people.
The only couple that had a good relationship was Overton and Sinclair,
yeah. But even then, with that, it's like, it was kind of boring because it was just like, they're always together.
And they made her so stupid.
Yeah, she was just real dingy, and he was kind of dingy too. But at the same time, like, they had like some serious episodes, but other than that, it wasn't really deep like how Friends can get into those episodes.
They
where
talk
it was
about
just like,
everything,
like dude, divorces, kids.
Like, when I was watching it, and when Phoebe had her brother's babies, I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, you wouldn't be expecting that, And it's crazy because it's like, it really is something you can relate to way more than Living Single. It is,
and it's good also, like, not downplaying Living Single at all. I personally like Friends because I like white comedy because I feel like they introduced me to stuff that I wouldn't see in my culture. And then when I watched, like first of all, I was so like blown away when they were like, oh yeah, Phoebe's gonna have, like, when she agreed to have her brother's babies. I was like, what the fuck? How is that gonna happen?
Oh yeah. You ain't hearing about that with no black folks.
So then that's how I found out about the whole like IVF and stuff like that. I had no idea about that. My mind just went left. And Joey, he was like, so you about to have sex with your brother? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. And then Joey's stupid. Like, he ain't stupid, but
he has his moments. But I just feel like with certain shows and certain, like, you got to, like we talked about on the other podcast, you got to get out of your comfort zone because it will introduce you to some other stuff.
And then, like, another show that you haven't watched, but I watched, like, I don't know if I've seen every single episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, you told me.
But How I Met Your Mother is good as hell. Like, it's crazy too how they play it. Like, he's telling his kids, he's narrating the show kind of, and he's talking to his kids, telling them how he met the mother. So the whole show is about their dating experience, and they're a group of friends, and it's like it's a couple that's married. And then, like, everybody else is single, and it's like them just going through, the dating life, dating different people, different stuff is happening. They have the serious episodes where you're like, as an adult, you're like, damn, I've been there, or like you can relate to that. And it's crazy. It's like, it's even to a point where, it's friendships kind of getting messed up because they're dating and different stuff like that. And it's a lot that goes on in a show, and it's a comedy show, but it's still like relatable as hell. Yeah. Or even like the show that I had you watching on Netflix called Friends from College. Friends from College was a good ass show, like with everything that's going on in the damn show. Yeah. It's funny, but then you have so much drama that's going on in between the friend group. And you're just like, yo, what? This is crazy, but it keeps you interested.
It really did.
And
what
it's
is it,
like,
seasons? 3 seasons?
Three seasons.
It was a good show.
2 seasons. I forgot, but they ended up canceling the show, and I was just like, damn, can't believe y'all canceled it. And it's not like we're saying like, dude, there's a ton of good black shows.
Hell yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to watching some of these shows that aren't black shows, a lot of people don't give it a chance.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying with Friends also. When I end up talking to people and be like, have you watched the episode of Friends? Oh, I watched a part of one episode. It's like, yeah, that ain't gonna do it for you. Like, it's like, I'm not saying force yourself to watch it.
Yeah.
But then once you start watching, you like, yo, it's a lot of stuff that goes on here, you know? And
or you just have them people like, well, basically that's what you said, like the people who just, you say, oh yeah, like I'm watching, I don't know, something else like Seinfeld. People hate Seinfeld too.
Oh yeah, and how do you hate
like,
Seinfeld?
What? And they look at you like, wow, you watch Seinfeld? Like,
How?
isn't it a show about nothing? And I'm like, yeah, but it's funny. Like, it's about shit that you can go through when you're that age. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, you could relate to that stuff. Like,
heck yeah, because Seinfeld, they're constantly switching people that they're dating, and there'll be certain reasons.
Like, Kramer is just living his life, no job, but still just living well.
You know somebody like that. You know somebody like that. You don't know how the fuck they're doing all this stuff in life, and somehow they're doing all this. They're doing all this stuff. They're going to all these random parties. They're getting into these events. You like, what? Do they even have a job? Like, you have that you know of that person, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's crazy. Or even like some of the ways that, you know, either George breaks up with somebody or somebody breaks up with him, or like how Jerry just breaks up with somebody over like stupid reasons. But at the same time, you probably experienced some of this stuff. And like, yeah, you might not have stopped talking to somebody for that reason, but you like, oh, I kind of thought about it that way. You know what I mean? Or even, well, Elaine just be...
Elaine is kind of hit. Sometimes she,
Sometimes Elaine just be tripping. But like even then still, you know.
Elaine is something else.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Yeah.
That right there. I could see a chick that, okay, we about to explain that part. So there's an episode of Seinfeld where...
I gotta say it what she said. It just point to me.
Oh, okay. There's a part on Seinfeld where Jerry sets Elaine up with one of his friends. He said the guy is like a really nice guy and everything. Elaine goes out on a date with them. They have a good date. You know, everything seems like it's good and fine. They're in the car. They're about to, you know, end the night or whatever. And then all of a sudden, while they're talking... I forgot what happens exactly. You know, they're talking, they're feeling each other. She leaned in for a kiss. Oh, yeah, she leaned in for a kiss and then says goodnight or whatever. And then he was like, goodnight already or something like that. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, she looks down and it basically shows he just whipped his shit out. Like, he just pulled his dick out, right?
He took it out.
So she goes, it just cuts to the next part. She goes to Jerry's apartment. And then he's like, oh, so how did the date go? And she's like, he took it out.
And he all like,
he's like, wait, what?
And then he took it out.
It out.
Yep.
No. And it was just like, ladies, you probably have been on a date where a guy took it too far, you know. And he just got his meat out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I condone it, but I'm saying it could be something that's realistic. And it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of these things that you can relate to in some sort of way. And that's what makes these shows so good. So if you're somebody that's like, nah, I don't want to watch that show, or if like it's unpopular opinion amongst your friends or whatever, go check the show out, because you never know. And I don't know how people do not like Seinfeld. Seinfeld is hilarious. I have seen every single episode of Seinfeld. I still watch Seinfeld to this day. I fall asleep to Seinfeld episode. I always watch Seinfeld. I love that show. It's one of the best shows ever. You know, it's not just a white people show, you know. Same thing with like, this is the thing that I'll say about some of these shows. I guess, like, especially when it comes to comedy, you have black comedy where it's kind of like, we might, well, white comedy, they can get vulgar or whatever and certain stuff like that. You have certain stuff that that certain people can relate to more. If you're not from the suburbs or whatever, you are most likely going to relate to a certain type of comedy because it's like, oh, I grew up in the hood. You can relate to that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, it gets to a point where they write these shows so well that it can relate to everybody. Like, everybody can relate to it. And that's how it is with these shows. And it's like, they're hilarious.
It is. And then also these shows, just because the cast, like the main cast is white, they have
they be having a whole bunch of black people on the shows too. Yeah.
And like known black people. Like Gabrielle Union was on Friends. Damn.
Now you gotta sit there and search through the black people that been on Friends,
the only
but still,
one that I remember like known. But
no, the one that dated Ross, that because Ross was the paleontologist.
Oh yeah, her.
I forgot what her name was.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah. And there's other people that have been on that show, but like Seinfeld, you have a lot of black people that have been on that show.
Jackie Giles, the lawyer.
Yeah. I don't know what his real name is. Yeah, but then you've had other people. You had Professor Ogilvy that was on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think Professor Ogilvy was on Friends, he was on Friends and Seinfeld.
Yeah, so you have a cool amount of people that have been on there. We can't think of them right now. They're not on every single episode, but they
in there. We ain't like black shaming or nothing like that.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of shows I like.
Yeah.
Like there's
Insecure. We love Insecure.
We just watched Insecure, the newest episode tonight. Insecure comes on every Sunday, and this is the last season. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm kind of salty about it. I got him on that too. I caught up with it. I was watching some of Insecure before, but I had to catch up on it. And really? I did. I was watching some.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't make it seem like that.
Oh, whatever. But anyway, Insecure is good. You have your show that you watch called Sisters.
That's
a BET show. Is it?
Show.
Is it? It's not just BET
it's
Plus.
BET.
It's BET. Okay.
I swear, I really should just like make a podcast
talking about the episode.
Yeah.
They do that with YouTube videos.
Because that show is like amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Like, I have not felt this way about a Tyler Perry show since The Have and the Have-Nots. And The Have and the Have-Nots is gone. I'm not really a fan of how he ended that. But I ain't gonna lie. I was like, remember you asked me, you was like, how do you feel like your show is over? I've been watching that show before I moved out. Like, that show has been like those people were literally like my family. And then for him to end it like that, I was like, what the fuck? But anyways, Sisters, yeah, I got Kirby watching Sisters.
Yeah, but even The Have and the Have-Nots, I started watching it with you, and I started, I was learning the characters and all that different stuff. I would literally
be like, pause. Okay, so look, this person right here, they did this, and this in season 1. So this is coming back up to them right now.
Heck yeah, and like with Sisters, like I watched these episodes where their Sisters comes on Wednesdays, and we watch them normally on Wednesdays, and the other show that I like is called 20s. That one's a cool show.
Yeah, actually, I think I kind of want to go back and watch the other season.
And watch 20s? Yeah. I mean, it's just one. It's only on season 2 right now.
Yeah, because I tried to watch it when it first came out. But for some reason, the first couple of episodes, it didn't really stick with me. Yeah. And then, especially after watching Sisters, I was just like, eh.
Yeah, I think like the first couple of episodes are kind of a little bit slower or whatever, but then once it starts getting into what they're really going through, then that's when you'll be like, oh, okay. So like, yeah, 20s is cool, and then also the other show that I'm watching is called Bigger.
That's a good one. He put me on.
And
that show.
Bigger, I like that show.
That's a BET Plus.
That's a BET Plus show.
And the Plus, you have to have like the app. It's like a subscription, like Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that.
And then they be showing more.
They be showing. They be showing stuff.
They be showing stuff. I low key be like, yo, BET Plus low key is like Showtime at 12 at night or something.
Hey, they done took the uncut and put the plus.
For real. I was shocked.
When I was watching that episode, I was like, they show all that?
Oh, of Bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When I first watched it, I was watching and I was like, whoa.
Like, I'm talking about.
Turn real quick, like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Like, ladies, if you want to watch something, check out Bigger. I'm just saying.
Oh, I had to stare her down real quick. So that's how you was looking at the episode.
No, I was not.
I'm looking at the sound thing on the recorder right now, and it just showed me just flatline. But yeah, like, dude, that's a good show. It's good. It's funny. You know what I mean? It's like dating stuff also.
Yeah, it's good for both ladies and men.
Yeah, it is. You know, because it's not just like lady characters or even what's this called? Even
sisters?
Like sisters.
Yeah.
Like you might be fooled by the name just because it says sisters, but then you have to also realize that they show the perspectives of both sides and everything also.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we can relate to so much as adults.
Hell yeah.
I mean, even though we're in a relationship, like we still can relate to certain stuff that goes on because you know, you watch some of these shows and it's like stuff that you've dealt with before. And it's like, man, once you, like, I think the thing that makes a really good show is relatable stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff where you can watch it and it keeps you investing. You're like, damn. And sometimes it might be stuff that played out differently than the situation that you were in real life.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, your perspective might be a little bit, you might change it a little bit. But yeah, like, dude, these are good shows and I love watching these shows and you know, it really pulls you in, you get invested and it's not like we're only just watching these, I guess they call them what, like dramedies or I think that is what it is, like drama and comedy or whatever.
I never heard of that.
Really?
No.
Oh. I thought that was like a known thing, but like, yeah, you know, so they're cool, you know, we watch other shows and stuff, but the relatable ones. You. Oh yeah, you. Yeah, you. We got to finish.
Weird. Just they watching me.
looking through the window. Oh my God. Damn, imagine somebody hearing something right when they're listening to this.
Just what the fuck?
It is not us. Go lock your door.
Right. But yeah, we've been watching you. We haven't started season 3 yet. I finished season 2 yet, but me and Kirby finished season 2 recently. So we just haven't started season 3 yet.
Yeah, and that's the most recent season, and they already said that they're gonna have a season 4.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to see what season 3 is gonna be like, but it's not really that many episodes. I think each season pretty much has like 10 episodes. That's how most shows are.
Yeah,
like
I just
10
feel
episodes.
like you is kind of more into like a detailed show. That's why it kind of took us a while to finish season 2.
Yeah. And the episodes are an hour long, so they feel a little bit long. They feel longer than the other shows that we mentioned.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, like she said, because there's so much detail in these episodes. So
I mean, it's a great show.
Yeah, it's still good.
But just expect to get a lot of deets.
Yeah. Another show that we finished yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was last night. The episodes came out on Fridays.
Oh.
It was I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is a
Prime.
What is that? Prime original or whatever show?
Okay, now Prime. So far, we've watched one movie with y'all called The Voyeurs, right?
Yeah, The Voyeurs was good.
That was a good movie. Now, I Know What You Did Last Summer, this series that we tried to get with y'all because of the movie, that last episode, I don't know what the fuck y'all did.
I think what it was because originally we thought it was just going to be a limited series. And normally when they say a limited series, it's normally just that one season. So now I think they're like,
it's another
season. I'm sure they had the episode made already, but for some reason we thought it was a limited series.
Right. And just in case we do some spoilers, spoiler alert, because Kirby might slip up.
I'm not gonna give details, but basically the way that the show ended for this season, you know, like I said, we thought it was just going to be one season, so we're expecting everything to be told. Well, stuff kind of was, but
not really.
They didn't tie things up, so it makes it seem like there's going to be another season of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
And then they left questions. It's like
a lot of questions.
What?
And then what happens in the end? You're like, wait, what?
So, like, was it a plan? Like, it's just very...
Yeah, it seems like it's way more...
crazy. If y'all understood it, I guess leave it in the comment section so we could have a better understanding, because I was lost. I was like, wait, what?
It was mainly the last episode that was just confusing as hell. And it seemed like with certain stuff, they try to cram so much stuff into that episode. And it was just like, wait, what? Like, because they started trying to explain stuff during the credits. And it was just like, wait, what? Like,
oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like, wait, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, but then, like I said, I feel like it was just a setup for like another season. Yeah. But then you know how like these streaming services go. Hopefully enough people watched it so it can be another season. Because
honestly, the way y'all ended it, if y'all come with another season, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna get to it. I ain't gonna lie. It's not like the way that they left it. Yeah. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen and what so and so is gonna do. Yeah. No, it's just
I kind of did, because I feel like there's enough characters that are still around.
It is, but it's not giving me that, oh, I can't wait to season 2. Like, no, I could wait.
No. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm not rushing.
If they said, like, oh, new season of I Know What You Did Last Summer drops in January, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Like, all right, we can catch up on that.
Like, it's cool. Like, we'll be like, hey, what you want to watch? Well, you know they got the new season. Oh, okay. You want something else? You know?
Not like, cut that on.
Yeah.
Now. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a cool show. Most of it, pretty much all of it was just the last episode. It was just like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah,
like, what?
Very, very strange.
What is this? And then, even with, I mean, I can say it because nothing really happened with them during the whole show. The spiders, they didn't say nothing about the spiders.
Like, they just said that they were a brain-eating thing, spiders,
and they didn't say why or nothing. It was just, they didn't say nothing. Like, it's just random spiders, and they don't even talk about the spiders on every single episode
at all. They don't even go into like details. Nobody researches the spiders really to like explain
nothing.
To
they
us,
just
like,
caught some, and then they have them in like a little glass, a tank
like,
or whatever.
They're not saying where are they breeding these spiders? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Like,
it has to be, because it's like all these people lived on this island. So if you guys don't know about the new I Know What You Did Last Summer show, they live in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. So it's like all of these people know each other. They don't live in like a big city. They live in like a town in Hawaii. So it's like everybody knows each other, and it's like these spiders just show up.
Just show up on dead people.
That's it. They don't say nothing else about them.
And you would think that they would, because obviously the killer has the spiders, since you don't see these spiders nowhere else but on somebody that's dead.
Yeah. And it's just like, what? Like, yeah, it's just, it's weird. And obviously they put that in there for a reason. Right.
So is this something else y'all wanted
That's what I'm saying. If they come out with a season 2, they have to explain the spiders.
And I feel like with series, your job is like, if you're going to do a series, is to give me as much details but keep me interested in season 1.
Yeah, especially like I said, with like how these streaming services are, depending on how well the show does, then that's when they'll end up making another season.
I don't want to watch season 1 and like the perfect example. What's that movie? The show Ozark.
Oh, Ozark.
I was invested in Ozark.
Yeah.
What was it? The first few episodes, great. Then that shit got boring.
I'm
not watching that.
But then a lot of people said it started getting better.
I tried. I said no.
Yeah, it did slow down, and yeah, because especially with everything that happened, even in the first damn episode.
And then you go from that to now you want to talk? No.
Yeah. The first episode was like, wait, what? So
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. So with this show, I Know What You Did Last Summer, the killings were good and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's like they never really show like the kill kind of happening, so you can't really say like, oh, I think it's this person because the body looked like this and this and that.
Yeah.
So for them to go from like people dying to now we think we know who the killer is, and then now season 2 is just them giving us a background. I don't want to watch that.
I guess, or I think season 2 they're gonna be like it's more people involved. That's what I think they will probably end up doing.
I do think it is because because
still it's like you never seen anybody with the spiders.
Yeah.
And so it's like, where is it coming from? And then like, it's about another group or whatever.
And then why is the dad trying so hard to cover loose ends?
Yeah, it's still history stuff from back in the day from before the show that they don't really talk about either. So it's like...
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe with season 2, what if they try to go back to before what the kids did and try to talk about their parents?
That would make sense, though. I think that would be interesting.
If they killing people, yeah, but if they just talking about them in school, I don't think I would be interested.
Oh, the parents in school? Yeah, no.
Like if they explain the cult and then explain people going to the cave and killing themselves.
I wasn't trying to say the cult.
Oh.
No, but it's cool.
But that don't mean...
They said it in the first episode anyway. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that they have to explain. And yeah, I promise I thought it said limited series. I think it did, but...
Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I'll give that so far...
What's another limited series that we watched?
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, we watched what's it called on Netflix? Midnight Mass.
Oh, that was like The Strain.
The Strain. Yeah. And that's another good show. We watched so many shows. The Strain.
That's a good shit.
I'm talking about The Strain is good because
The Strain gives you what I just said. It gives you details. It goes back. It comes to the present. You get your little action.
Everything.
You get the kill, and then it goes back at the perfect time to give you an explanation of why this is happening. That show, perfect. 10 out of 10.
The Strain went back with so many different time periods. It's not
Nazi
just
time frame.
Yeah, and then it went hundreds of years back.
That show.
If you've never watched The Strain, it was a FX show, and it's about vampires, but it's kind of different. They try to explain the vampires in the scientific way because there's people that just don't believe in the supernatural stuff.
Right.
So you take the main character, which is a guy that works for the CDC. So of course he's going to try to explain everything scientifically. But
you got the guy.
There's dudes from
years ago,
hundreds of years ago.
How old he say? He said he was 100 and some years old.
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, he was 108, I think, or something like that. No. No, Zatrakian. The old Jewish dude.
He's the guy from Harry Potter. He was the gatekeeper.
Yeah. The groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper,
yeah. And it's just like it goes through so many time periods. You look at it and you think it's just like, I don't know, you probably think it's just going to be the main time period, which is like the present time. But no, it gives a lot of details about like the characters and everything, and then every single character they kind of give like details about them. Maybe not everything about them, but everybody.
Everything they give you the perfect amount of details that you need to know where you don't have a question about that character.
Yeah, and it's how many seasons was it? 4?
We watched them all.
We watch every episode, but I think it might be like
so good to the point where I'll be like, damn, I gotta wait till he come over to watch this show.
Dude, it was such a good show. And it was funny because when I found out about it, I wasn't watching it while the show was, I wasn't watching it while the new episodes were coming out. Well, I think maybe like the last season was on or something like that, but it's on Hulu. And I just started watching it from like the beginning. I think I stopped maybe like somewhere in the second season, and then we started watching it together. And it was just like, man, it's a good show. Like it's so much that goes on.
I highly recommend that show.
Yeah, that was a really good show.
And Midnight Mass really did copy them. Now that's a perfect copycat.
I mean, it was a little different because they didn't try to explain it with science.
they explained it with like a cult way though. Yeah, but they didn't get it because there was a little town. They didn't have no scientists and stuff there.
And it was just like it's just about that little town. It's not like they don't do anything outside of it.
Yeah, and then it took place in a church, so they thought
everybody's religious.
Yeah, so they thought that they were having communion, but turns out they were.
That was cool though, because in the beginning you don't know what the hell it is. Like, so that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
But one thing that I wish that they really should have explained more is where the creature came from.
Maybe they will talk about that. Yeah. Maybe that would be season 2 for that.
Yeah. But even in the strain, they don't say where the ancients came from. They don't really give, Oh,
I forgot about the ancients sitting up there twitching.
Yeah. They didn't really tell where they came from, but it was still, they gave so much detail to the point where you're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, they just the ancients, they just sit up there and twitch.
Hell yeah, like, it's like, it's good. It's good. If one thing I can compare the strain to, I would say is Blade 2, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Because they're vampires, but they're kind of like how, damn, I forgot what they were calling the creatures in Blade 2. They were like different. They weren't just like regular vampires. They were like,
dang,
yeah, I forgot what they were called. But anyway, like they're kind of like
spiders?
that.
No, I don't know.
No, the spiders is what they were calling the kids.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
little
right.
kid infected ones. Yeah, but like no, like that's the best way to describe it. And the strain was made by Guillermo del Toro. Like if you guys ever watch any of his stuff, he has like crazy looking creatures and all the different stuff, and really good show. Like that seemed like a show where it's like they could have made like comic books after and like different stuff. Like it's really good. But yeah, Midnight Mass, that was a limited series, so it's just that one series. And I think like they did the pacing pretty good for that show though, because it wasn't like you felt like there were episodes that were rushed. Yeah. And sometimes you have like like some episodes where it feel like it's a lot of talking, but at the same time, once they start getting into like what's going on or the secrets of the town, you like, oh, okay, like they got some crazy shit going on.
Yeah, them people's crazy.
And it did make you want to know what's going on. Oh yeah. The most religious lady, she was the one. Yeah,
she was getting on my nerves from the beginning.
Hell yeah, you got those characters of some shows. You like, yeah, they need to go for real.
But I guess this is the topic of this episode: shows.
Oh yeah, man, we really got into some shows.
I watched a show without you that I think is really, really good.
What?
It's called Made. Now that is a limited series on Netflix.
Mom, I think you're watching this show because I see it show up on my Netflix.
That is a really good show. It has a lot of like triggers and stuff in there if you're dealing with like mental issues or mental issues or not mental, like being abused and stuff like that. Mentally being abused mentally. And it's other than that, like it's a really good show. I think it's like 10 episodes or so like that. But it's a really good show. It's a lady, obviously, she left her boyfriend. I think he was her boyfriend or fiance in the middle of the night with their child. And he started like trying to take the kid from her because he just wanted her to come back home and just do what he say. And then she became a maid and she met this really wealthy client and I'm just giving you like very bits and pieces of it. And she took care of her and helped her in the end. And fucking great show. Like
yeah, you told me about a little bit of it. I haven't checked it out yet though.
Like I was literally sitting here on my couch watching it crying. Like it had episodes like that to where it made me feel so bad for this lady. And then this woman will do something so fucking stupid and then I'm like, I don't feel bad for you no more, you deserve it. And then next thing you know, I'm in tears feeling bad for her again. Like she was trying her hardest every turn, every way. She just kept getting knocked down. But it is a really good show. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
See, and those are the shows where, like, you know, I get it. Everybody likes their own type of genre that they stick to or whatever. But like you said with the Maid show, it's like it's drama, but like you said, it might trigger some people. So it's like that shows that it's a relatable show.
Yeah.
And you know, you'll have some people like, man, I can't watch that because, you know, it'll make them have flashbacks or something like that. And then you'll have some other people like, man, like it's crazy that they were able to write something so good to the point where you're like, damn, like this is crazy. It's detailed, the stuff that I've been through.
Because I've noticed when I really like get that invested and I start really like hating the person that's playing the show, I know that like this is a good show.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I was feeling so sorry for this lady. I want to say until about like, if I'm not mistaken, maybe episode 5 or 6, like the middle of the season. And she did something so stupid. And I was like, why would you do that? That's what you get.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But that's a good show. I highly recommend that one.
Yeah. I have to check out some episodes and see what it's like.
Because I think you called me. I called you and you was at work. And then you was like, you watching that show again. I said, it's just so good. And she pissing me off now.
And you were telling me about it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think it's just, I don't know. I feel like with the older that you get, the more you want to watch stuff that has, I guess, more value to it. Meaning and value to it. And yeah, we still watch our other, you know, random shows or whatever. Or even like, okay, let's use an example. ATL. Atlanta. The show Atlanta with what's his name? Like we're waiting for that to come out, but it's gonna come out in 2022. But like even
that's next year.
Yeah, that's in a couple of months. But yeah, so like with that show, even the stuff that's going on, like even though it's a lot of funny parts, there are some parts on the show where you're like, damn, like y'all really going through certain stuff.
Hell yeah, especially when he was living in that storage.
Oh yeah, like it's.
Hey, we know you in there.
Just so much stuff, you know. They have to add the comedy, you know, to these shows, but at the same time, the real stuff that's going on, you like, damn, like that's a crazy situation. And like you said, it does make you feel for the characters, and you like, yo, these characters seem more realistic. And it's easy. You can write a show and just have characters in it, and like nobody cares about them. But the fact that you really get to a point where you start thinking about these characters like they're people that you really know, like you like, oh, damn.
Like it becomes so bad for me. If I really, really like a show, once that show is over, I'm finding everybody on that show Instagram and I'm stalking. Like, what you been up to, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute.
I ain't even gonna lie, I do that too. But these shows, they make you want to hop through the screen and shake them and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on? You know, and that's what I really liked about the show. Bigger in the beginning, I was looking at old girl like, what are you doing?
She was fucking stupid. Now I can't lie,
but I told you, once you meet dude family, you kind of understand they weird.
But I can understand her too. Like I've been in that position, where she's in. Yeah,
and that's why it's so good because you looking like at her like she's crazy, but then you're like, oh, okay,
like you know, well, I do that now. Of course, fucking not. Like, why the fuck will I do that? But when I was younger, I think we've all been in a situation like, oh, you think the grass is greener on the other side instead of just like being vocal and saying, hey, can you do this or don't do that or whatever. You think like, oh, okay, well, he's not going to get it. Let me just go venture out. But homeboy was a gynecologist, made her happy. Like, family was a little too like, what's the right word?
Overbearing,
quirky,
weird. That was weird. You know,
she walked up to the engagement party and everybody got on the same sweater. Like, mom, dad, that was weird. Like, what?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, oh no.
They look like, you know, these were black people, but they look like the pictures you would see, like when they show like Hallmark, white families from like the 1950s, how they just standing by the white picket fence looking happy and just, you like, oh, they got some secrets low key, you know?
Like everybody dressed it like the dog got the same little bow tie.
Y'all strange.
No.
The dog wasn't even,
The dog was stuffed.
He wasn't even alive.
The dog was stuffed.
But like, still.
Little Annie is still here with us every year.
And then it's cool, like I said, like I thought it was cool how they did the throwback episode of how they all met and everything. And then like wait till you get to like, once you get to, like I've watched a lot of it more than her. So like when it comes to season 2, you start to see like, well, it's basically like them in the present time, but still like, you know, it's a little bit different. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's a lot of relatable stuff. And like, man, really as an adult, like I really did like these shows where it's like stuff talking about like relationships and dating and stuff, because you're like, you know, you're going through the same stuff at that age, you know, in between like your 20s to, you know, on up.
Hell yeah. And honestly, some of these shows, they be my therapy, because it'd be like, bro, you gonna just like stop doing this or just start like venturing out because they forgot to say hi or good morning text or something. And then like when shit happens in the show, I'm like, well, see, I told your ass in the beginning, you could have just told him. And then next thing you know, I'm like, yep.
And but you know that's true too. When you're watching the show, you by yourself, and then you talking to the TV like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then you really like into it. And you like, "Oh, don't do that, don't do that." And it's like, dude, the show is already written, but you still sitting there acting like your words are gonna change something. You know, and that's a good ass show. So if you guys want to watch any of these shows, watch Bigger on BET Plus.
Made on Netflix.
Sisters also.
BET.
Yeah. And shoot, any of the other shows that we named, like, you know, Friends.
Seinfeld, Netflix.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
Friends, HBO Max.
Check out the limited series of you know, Midnight Mass.
And also the movie, The Voyeurs. That's a good
Check
movie.
out The Voyeurs.
The Voyeurs, though.
Man, The Voyeurs, we were not expecting a lot of stuff to happen in that movie. You want to get into
The Voyeurs real quick, or should we?
We can kind of talk about The Voyeurs,
but Voyeurs was a long movie. We could do a little quick. We could give them like ebonics on it.
Yeah, Okay, so like The Voyeurs, the situation.
You want me to start it?
Is messed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Voyeurs is about this young couple who moved into like this beautiful loft. I don't know where.
I think they're in Paris because everybody's speaking French.
Okay. Beautiful loft. They don't got no curtains.
Unless it's Canada or something.
I don't know why people don't like curtains, but it was like a lot of windows everywhere. They don't got no curtains. They move it in. They happy. They sign the lease. Bam. Everything's good. They find out that this couple across the way from them is having sex. They don't got no curtains either, so they just watching everything. At first, it's like, oh, look, babe, look, they getting it in, ha, ha. Yeah. And then, you know, that's it, like, whatever. But I feel like the wife, the girlfriend,
she was doing too much.
She was doing too much. She was the one that got really invested in the couple across the way, like sex life. Like she became friends with the lady. She works at an eye doctor, and then the girlfriend from the couple across the way came in, and she started like being her friend. She started telling her the lady across the way boyfriend is a photographer. So he's cheating on his girlfriend with the women that he's taking pictures of.
But that's the thing too. Like he's not, when she's looking across, across the street. It's not like he's just having sex with his chick. Yeah. He's having sex with multiple people, so but she's like, getting turned on by all of the sex.
She's in lust with him. Yeah. Okay. She's just like, ooh, I got a chance. So anyway, she's over there. This bitch got binoculars and everything. She went the whole 9 mile, like the whole just everything. And then her dude was like, okay, look, like you doing too much. I don't want to do it no more. Yeah. Why are you still spying on them? She's still like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to do it. Lies. She's still watching this man. So,
it's so much going on to the point where it's like she really gets invested. Like really invested. It's to the point where you're really looking like, no, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Why?
What did she do? Oh, she found their printer, like Bluetooth her phone to their printer. and like
just
typed
telling
up
information.
Yeah, and just did a whole bunch of other crazy shit.
Yeah, she was too invested. She was in a good relationship, and then what really made it crazy for me, it wasn't like she was in a bad relationship. It wasn't like a relationship where they seemed bored with each other, because they both seemed like they were really into each other. It was just the dude across the street's having a whole bunch of sex. She's watching it, and then she just got stuck on it.
Yeah, and it's not like in the beginning, the lady's boyfriend who became too invested, he was in it with her. Like, he was like, oh, hell yeah, let's be nosy. They both came up with ideas so they could hear them in their apartment and everything. But his girlfriend took it too fucking far.
Yeah, like, and then he started getting worried and being like, yo, you need to chill out.
Chill the fuck out.
But then, even then, she was invested in a guy that she was watching that was having sex. But then she really got invested with his wife too, and it was just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
so are you just super nosy?
I kind of felt like she kind of wanted both of them in a way.
That's what I was thinking at first, but then she was like, she started talking about how she feels so bad for her.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
It was just like, I was like, so are you just like next level nosy?
So when she sent that info through the printer, then that's when I was like, oh, okay, she just kind of likes her, so she wants the best for her. Like
that's what it seems like.
But then it also seemed like, girl, you don't know her.
Yeah, but it was just like, I don't know.
She just wanted him.
I don't know if it was because they moved there, you know, they're in a different country, and it's like they don't know anybody else.
Oh, and they didn't have any accents either, like the other people. So,
no, they didn't. But that's what I was saying. They didn't really hang out with anybody else either.
That's their fault. Sure, nobody told them to stay in their loft and flirt.
No, nobody did. But at the same time, I'm thinking like maybe she was just starting to feel like maybe life was boring weird for them or something.
And then that's not true, because she had friends. Remember her friend that she went to the art show with?
Oh yeah,
the lady at her. Yeah, she had friends.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, and he had his friends. Yeah. Remember? Oh yeah. So they knew people. People. Yeah, but it was just.
And he had remember he left her and went to his sister's house.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm like, where do they live? So I'm like, places that speak French is either like Paris, but they didn't show anything like really French to make it be like, oh, okay, it is Paris. And that's what kind of made me think, are they in Canada or something like that? Because they speak French in Canada. So I was just
I know, that loft was nice.
Yeah, both places were nice. The people across the street and theirs. It was just like,
gonna have curtains, but that shit was nice.
I think it's like normally, even when you see people that live in downtown, like in downtown LA, they have those nice places. They normally don't have curtains either.
But
I think it's just because of the view.
The view. But I mean, if I'm across like how they were for someone,
right across from someone,
I want some type of shade.
Yeah. At some point, they didn't have nothing. They didn't have like the ones you see in the movie where they press the button and it goes up. Like they didn't have nothing.
I would at least like to have that, because I sometimes, especially if it's hot, no.
Yeah, especially if you look across the way and see somebody with a damn telescope.
Right. And especially after
we
watching.
We buying those today.
Yeah.
Today.
And especially if you watched that movie, I want something.
Yeah. But, I mean, we said stuff about the movie, but it's so many twists and turns in the movie.
What was the movie, almost 2 hours?
Maybe.
It's a lot.
It was way more stuff in there that we didn't expect. Like the trailer, basically what we said, it's basically what the trailer tells.
Said. It's a lot of sex.
It's a lot of other stuff that goes on.
It's a lot of sex
in it. Yeah, that is. It's a lot. It was to the point where I was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, we weren't expecting that, and it was just like, yeah. But it's so much other stuff that goes on, and it's really just like, damn. It's more so like you watch and you like, damn, that would be a crazy story. Like if somebody told you in real life, this is what happened to them, you be like, yo, you lying. You gotta be lying, you know? And it was a good movie. Like I liked it. We both liked it. You know, there was a point where we were just looking like there's more. Like really? Like we were thinking the movie was gonna end at a certain point, but no, there was more. There was another twist. And it was just like, wait, what? In a way, it's like, dude, I guess you can compare that to 50 Shades of Grey in a way. like just with certain stuff that was going on, and I haven't seen all 3 of the 50 Shades movies, but I have the book still. Haven't even really gotten into the book. I know people say it's better than the movie. The 3 movies or whatever. I think it's 3. I don't think it's 4. But anyway, haven't gotten into the book yet, but still, it's somewhat like that. I think that's the movie to really compare it to. It's, I guess you would compare it to the 50 Shades of Grey movies, right? The Voyeurs, kind of, a little bit. As far as like the sex stuff that's in there, ain't like he got, ain't no
only thing
room.
I would compare that to the Voyeurs to 50 Shades of Grey is how she was in lust with that man.
Yeah, but then the amount of sex.
The amount of sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was going to be that much.
I feel like the Voyeurs had more sex than 50 Shades of Grey.
I only saw the one movie. I haven't seen any of the other.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I was so disappointed in the first movie. I was like, really?
Well, it's also because it's more characters. Remember, he's a photographer. He's messing with a whole bunch of different women. So it was just, they were basically showing him like bringing different women in every day.
Yeah, but I still was expecting more from...
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I forgot their names.
I think it was mainly just about
them
him
too, I was expecting him to be more dominant with her, and like he'll do the little thing, and she'd be like,
because she wasn't used to it. Yeah,
like what the hell? I mean, I know obviously every book will give you more details than the movie, but I was like,
that's it. Girl.
Well, what was his name? Christian Grey. Like,
Christian Grey.
Oh man, this is what I was excited to see. I was really disappointed. I was just like, what the hell? What the hell?
But yeah, like The Voyeurs, go check out The Voyeurs. That's on Amazon, right?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Check that out. It's an interesting movie. You know what I mean?
Like it may be like it's for sure a lot of sex, but it's good. The storyline is good. You got a lot of, like Herb said, you got a lot of twists and turns, and the ending will have you like, what the fuck? But it's good.
Yeah, it is. It is. Both of us were just sitting there like damn, like you might be able to predict some of it, but at the same time, there's those twists where you was like, oh, like I didn't think that was gonna happen, you know. Yeah. And
because you was sounding like me, you was yelling at the TV too. You was like, "Oh, I know that didn't happen."
Yeah, I was, because I was just like, "What the hell?"
And then I look back at him. He'd be like, "He went out." Nah, man.
Yeah, that was a good movie, man. I don't know. I mean, I saw them promoting it a cool amount.
Because I kept saying, "Oh, Kirby, I want to watch this movie," and then I was like, "He was like, what are you going to watch?" And this was like a day. I think I was here and he was at his house, and that's why I'm about to watch The Voyeurs. He was like, "Oh no, not without me," and I didn't know you wanted to watch it. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, he liked my movie choices."
And then we finally watched it, and it was just like, it was one of them chill days.
Yeah, it was. It was like a gloomy day too.
Yeah.
Like our movie choices aren't that off. I can't say that. Like the movies you suggest that I wouldn't watch, it'd be good.
I think the only thing is like I like a lot of horror movies. You like slasher movies, but I'll watch paranormal movies, and then she was like, "Nah, I'm not watching that at all." I think that's pretty much the difference.
Yeah, but anything else, I'm open to it.
Yeah. Because
I wouldn't know about Squid Game if you didn't tell me about it.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure y'all have checked out Squid Game.
I probably would have watched it now because everybody was talking about it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah. Because I think I watched Squid Game as like right when it first came out.
Because people were still coming up to me, "Hey, have you watched Squid Game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I finished it with my boy." "Oh, don't tell me."
Yeah, I watched Squid Game like early on. Like, I was watching Squid Game, and then people started talking about it after you know.
He was at work. He was like, "Hey, I found this show I think you will like. It has subtitles, but I think
no, because they had the English voices.
Oh, they did have English voices over, But Squid Game is another good show.
Squid Game was good. Another good show, I think, that has they have the American voices is I believe it's called not Warrior. Is it Warrior? It's a zombie show, but it's an Asian show. I'm not sure which country exactly it's from. I don't know if it's Japanese or if it's whatever, but it's a zombie show, and that shit is good too. I need to continue it, but they ended up making like another, I guess, like, I don't know if it's I guess kind of like a spinoff. I haven't watched any of that, but that's a Netflix show also. And I need to finish, what I was watching, but I was really into that show also. But yeah, man, so many good shows, so much good stuff that we love to watch. And, it's just like, man, the best time to watch some of these shows is if it's that chill day, y'all got some good food. We want it to rain more because that would be the perfect time to really chill and watch something.
Well, we still in fall, right? So yeah,
so it's cold. We underneath the blankets and stuff and watching our stuff.
He ain't under no blanket.
I'm not, because you keep taking all of them, but but still, you know what I mean, enjoying these shows and just having these good moments, you know what I mean? These are shows that we're always going to remember and everything, especially, we're never going to let go of Seinfeld.
Hell no.
Not at all.
Even when KJ get here, we're going to be watching, Seinfeld.
Oh, man, he said Seinfeld. And, yeah, it'll just be, I don't know, man, like, these are some great ass shows, and it's like, dude, at the end of these shows, the last episode of these shows, or even when it's the last season, you low key feel salty because you're like, damn, I want this shit to keep going, especially with the Strain. I was like, it's over. I was like, damn, man. And then when somebody, especially like the Strain. The type of show it is. So, when it's getting to the end, you already know certain stuff is happening to certain characters, and you just like, damn, that's it. Yeah. But still love these shows. Go check out these shows. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode, man. We didn't even think this episode was just gonna be about TV shows. No,
we had a whole topic, everything.
Hell yeah.
We was just trying to catch up with one another, and then ease into the topic. But hey, this became the topic.
Heck yeah. So and here we are at almost an hour and 30 minutes.
Maybe you should name the podcast TV show reviews.
something like that. It has to do something with TV shows. But yeah, man, this is stuff we really enjoy, and this is like, dude, these shows are so good. And if you guys check them out, like I said, if you guys are, watching or listening on YouTube where you can leave comments down below if you guys have watched any of these shows, or if you guys are, starting to get into them, and, just let me know how it is on this whole, I guess, journey of watching these shows. And if you guys are listening on any of the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google, whatever, yeah, man, hopefully you guys are enjoying those shows. And check out the YouTube channel, which is whoiskd, and there you can comment and let me know everything, or follow us on Instagram. My Instagram is It's King KD, and yours is
for Cheryl _ and Cheryl with a C.
Okay. And yeah, you can check them out there. If you want to, you can even check out my Twitter. I'm not really using it, but still, like, I'm like posting everything that I'm doing. So it's who_is_KD, 2 underscores. And also check out my Facebook page, which is whoiskd. I kind of tried to change stuff up, recently. And try to make it look a little bit more professional, or like how I have the layout and all the different stuff. So yeah, hit me up on there and let me know how you guys feel about these episodes, but also about the shows that we mentioned tonight. Very, very good shows. We love them, and maybe you will too.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you for listening, man. You guys stay dope, and we will check you out later.
Peace.
Peace.